Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Palesa Khalaki, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new, please do subscribe, like, and share. Today I am doing the second part of the Real Housewives of Lagos recap, right? So what I did, I watched the whole season, and I've always wanted to do like a review or a recap on reality shows because I like reality shows with all my heart. So I decided to start the other day, and this is the second part. What I would like to do is apologize for my sound on the first part of the video that I posted. I got a mic. I'm not used to a mic, so I bought a new mic and I was still getting my way around it. I realized that I think I was screaming on the mic. I think I'm supposed to speak normal. So I hope this one will be better. Okay. So I really would like to apologize for that. And towards the end of the video, somehow I have my eyes popped like it's because I received a text which really caught my attention and I needed to attend to it. That's why the video ended abruptly. I apologize for that, guys. Other than that, let's get into the tea. I'm having cranberry juice. I really like cranberry juice. So yesterday, I ended up on the first part of the video. I was talking about Laura. Okay, I was still on about Laura, and I watched the first part to see who was the last person I was talking about before I stopped the video. And I also remembered the part where Laura was saying that Iyabo is wearing fake designer clothes, guys. I know the clip is circulating online, is trending. I'm like, Laura, my girl, you have the audacity. You are so brave. You have the liver. Fellow South Africans will understand that. When we say you have the liver, you have the audacity to say that a big actress, a star, is wearing fake designer clothes. How do you know? But you know what? To be honest, I also saw one of her two-piece, Iabo's two-piece, a Dolce and Gabbana, I think, two-piece, and the font it was looking some type of way. So I guess if you wear designer clothes, you can spot, well, some things people can spot, but yeah, I think most people were taken aback by the fact that Laura said Iya was wearing fake designer clothes and she's not on her level, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that. She's something like that. She's not on my caliber or something like that. Okay, for someone for someone who's been in the industry for 25 years, Laura, and how long have you been in the industry for you to come and say she's not on your level or something like that? Okay, interesting. But for me, I'm gonna wrap up on Laura. For me, season 2 of the Real Housewives of Lagos, Laura was on her best behavior. Like, not to say that she was on her best behavior. I liked how she conducted herself. It was very nice to watch. I like it for her, right? I'm gonna go on to the next person. So far I've covered Dr. Roma, I've covered Chioma, I've covered Faith, I've touched on Iyawe a bit, but I'm still gonna touch on her at the end of the video. I feel like I have a lot to say about Iyabo. And then I've touched on Laura, Tiana as well, Miriam, the third person on my list who carried the show. First person for me, the primary person who carried the show for me was Faith Mori, Rommel, Dr. Rommel, second place, and then the third place goes to Miriam for me. You know what? Even the ladies were mentioning it on the show that ah, Mira must have had a script that she planned, she wrote before the show started, that okay, this is how I'm going to go about this season. Like Miriam, Miriam's behavior was just. Can I also mention that the ladies did mention that she is going through a process of getting a child, right? Of conceiving, of surrogacy. She's going through a process of having a new baby. So that might have affected her behavior, how she conducted herself, since we've been speaking about conduct, Laura's conduct. And even Laura was like, Miriam, I should just give you my crown because this season, so how it started with Faith Mori, right? And what Iyabo did as well, how she used to speak to Faith and saying, call your best friend, call your best friend. So people would tell Faith to call Laura when Laura was not there because she's her best friend. I mean, this is the Real Housewives franchise. So everybody's supposed to be friends. So when you guys are pressurizing the other one to call the other one, you understand that okay, others are closer than the others, but hi, how the ladies went about it wasn't nice. And then Miriam decided to take it upon herself to confront Faith about it. And yeah, that's what caused the initial fight with Faith. And she was just having fights with everybody, with Chioma. Like Miriam was fighting with almost everyone on the show. It wasn't cute for her. It wasn't nice. More especially because she would scream at people. She would stand up. She was very provocative. But you know what? I loved to see it. I mean, anybody could use some drama. People love drama like me. Okay, it made the show worth watching. I'm not proud to say that, but yeah, we were here for it. Okay, we enjoyed the show at the end of the day. I really enjoyed watching Miriam as well. I really was happy to get to know more about what she does, because had you asked me season 1 last year that what is Miriam's line of work, I wouldn't have been able to answer that. So I got to know that she's a badass. Um, she's a good publicist. She's in the space of PR. Maybe she mentioned it last season and I didn't absorb it, but then it was nice to see her going to her clients, because first season I just knew Miriam as someone who was very playful. Like she has good energy. I mean, even this season, season 2, the ladies would miss her. They would say, we miss Miriam's energy in this thing. So that's all I knew Miriam for. And for some fighting, yes, it was nice to see her doing her thing, spending time with her daughter. I got to see her husband. Her house always knew it. It was really, and I liked her style. I got to see that, oh, she's moneyed. Okay, they fought over Dom Brion, she and Tanya, and I looked up the price of Dom Brion in South African range. I'm like, okay, that ish is expensive, hey? So, yeah, Miriam is a self-sufficient woman and she's married to a rich husband. She said it herself. Nice. I wish her all the best with having a new baby, I mentioned Tanya while speaking about Miriam. Let's get into Tanya. Tanya, when she first started, Iyabo mentioned that she reminds her of Caroline. And how Iyabo was going on about things, guys. I know I keep bringing her up, but also Iyabo was a bit problematic, hey? But then, yes, she looked like Caroline. And what were the odds that she would still be, some Caroline's lookalike was still friends with Chioma? What were the likes, guys? So Tanya, as Chioma's friend, Chioma introduced her to the show, how it happens, Dr. Romel. you know. And I really enjoyed Tanya until I didn't. Let's start with the good. I'm gonna start with the good. She's pretty, beautiful. She seems to be a successful woman, self-sufficient as well. I kind of like her style here and there. Um, she was just an alright person until she wasn't alright. And I must say, those guys, like, I felt like Chioma, Tanya, and Diabo, Mean Girls squad. I don't know who I'm leaving out. Miriam was in and out of that squad, that clique. Mean Girls. So, while watching Tanya, I'm like, so yeah, I see the similarities between you and Chioma. So, Tanya was just Tanya. She knew when to keep quiet. She threw in the nice events. I'm proud of her. It was so nice to see her as an author. She's written a book. She's opening a new store. I don't know if it's a second store. It's just a relocation. It was nice to see her in her element as well as a designer, I think. So I like a hardworking girl. I like independent girls. I like successful girls. I really love to see it. But also, in the Real Housewives, you will always have the bone carriers. She carried bones, which also I feel like the bone that she carried about faith, to Dr. Romels, to the group also, left a bitter taste on the ladies' mouths, like even in mine. Like, bone carrying is never cute, so she caused some drama with that. And then on the finale, what is it that she carried again? Oh, it was more like she was poking poking on thingy on Faith, because she had a nice whatever with Faith. Sit down, was it lunch or they were together when she was doing her tattoo? I don't know, can't remember. But then, yeah, she sat down with Faith. They had a good time. Faith shared with her about Dr. Romeo, and then she went on to carry the bone, and then which caused drama. And then there was a sit down where everybody else was there, and then Tanya decided to twist the situation and then, like, say it in a bad way to Yabo. That wasn't necessary. I mean, Tanya was not throwing shade. Okay, it was a little bit shady, but like, it was just thrown out of proportion. So yeah, Tanya was just Tanya. Would love to see her back though. Yeah, she has some spice, so I'd love to see her back. Last but not least, the last one, the one I've been waiting to talk about, the one that I've been actually dropping when I was talking about everybody else. Iyabo. Iyabo was mean. If I were to, if maybe she would watch this, I'd be like, Iyabo, you were mean. Iyabo was mean. But she did mention, I think on the last episode, that I can be mean. I can be a bully. She said, I can be a bully. I know her type of, like, I know the type of person she is. I feel like, yeah, I know the type of person she is. You come across people like, who, when they are nice, they can be really nice. You enjoy them. And when they go bad, honey, I feel like I'm like that as well. If you curse me, I mean, if you want if you're calling for the bad side of me, like, you shall get it, and you shall get it fully. So I feel like Iyabo is giving that if you're gonna call for the bad side. But then, I mean, Faith did not call for her bad side. She just, as she mentioned, I feel like she thought that Faith wanted to use her name and her daughter's store or whatever. I feel like maybe Faith wanted clout via her, or wanted to use her for clout and her daughter. But then she didn't have to be that mean. Iyabo was mean to Faith. I mean, I remember Faith mentioned that she stepped on my train. We all saw it, and then she said, "I'm proud of it." Especially when you are new to a group or to a place, like you don't want people to be like that to you. It's like Hypo, it's heartbreaking. And I also mentioned how she shaded Laura. She was also, she had this mean spirit towards Laura at Tiana's fashion show. She dusted she's like, Tiana dusted Laura. And then Chioma also was playing along. Chioma is playing along because whatever is whatever, they had click. It's like an alliance. Sorry. In the Real Housewives, these ladies always form an alliance. So Chioma is just playing along. I feel like sometimes she's playing along just because, just for the sake of, So it was really mean for them to talk about Laura while Laura is sitting next to them. But I loved Laura's strength. A girl was not shaken. I mean, she would laugh at things or through things that I thought, oh my gosh, I was not gonna be able to laugh through that. Like Laura's emotional intelligence was on a 10. Iyabo was very mean to Laura, was very mean to Faith, which both of them are friends. And then I felt like she kept on bringing Dr. Romeo, obviously to irritate Faith, knowing very well that Dr. Romel is not getting along with Faith. But I must say that Dr. Romel was a good addition. Dr. Romel was a good addition, but I'd say that I felt like Iyabo was the ringleader of the whole clique, the mean girls clique, which there was a point I was watching, I'm like, I know hate is a very strong word, but I really hate mean girl cliques, mean girl squad. Like I feel like it's just like people being super mean, uncalled for, Like, why do you have to be mean to people? And I feel like mean girls cliques, they just feel like whatever they do is right. I can go on and on, but then uh, Iyabo this season, and how she would get angry, like it was very scary. Like Iyabo really, yeah, 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 yeah. I think she will watch the season, and maybe next season, she must come back better. I really missed the Iyabo I saw in season 1, and other than that, I love how she likes her daughter. She loves her daughter, and I love that she's in love with her new partner, Paul O, Mr. Paul O. She really looks like she's in love. I like that the relationship is flourishing. I hope it still does. One day I'd like to see her on walking down the aisle. That would be very nice. I like, sometimes I catch small things. I feel like, I don't know, I may be PT, this may be sound stupid, but then I feel like Yahweh can be mean to people who are helping the staff, I saw it last season. I felt like she was a bit mean to her. She wasn't nice to her helper. This season, I felt like she wasn't nice to the waiter when she was having lunch with Paul O, and then they were expecting Chioma and her partner. I'm I'm like that. I watch. I look at the small things. So yeah, I don't want this to be long, but I still want to say more about Iyabo. Um, she was very beautiful. I think I mentioned that. I feel like her hair has improved. I think chilling with Chioma has really Chioma has influenced her in a good way, even her style changed. But I just hope she just does not continue to be like a mean girl, you know? She will find it in her heart to change. I like it when she also like brings the girls together, and then she's always rooting for peace, and when she doesn't like someone, y'all will know. Like they all yeah, that's about it, guys. Let's wait for the reunion. Thanks a lot for watching. I really enjoyed doing this, and I'm so sorry about technical errors. I hope I'll get to change. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you felt, your thoughts while watching, what I can improve on. Constructive criticism is also welcome. So anything that I should change to improve this content that I'm giving out, the new type of content that I'm giving up. I will also like to do a recap on the reunion. I can't wait. So yeah, till next time, guys. Mwah.